Welcome to Derek Does. Today, we're doing this. Hi, welcome back to another Derek Does. I'm Derek, and thanks for joining me. If you're new here, please subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff. And if you have any questions, probably at the end of the video, put them down in the description, and I'll try to answer them as best I can. And if not, there's a lot of people who also will answer them who watch the videos, are much more knowledgeable than I am. But today we are going to be doing something I just picked up. I've done a lot of videos on field jackets, and particularly M-65s, but I've never picked up one of these before. I've seen them, but I just never picked one up. This is a modern M-65. It's probably one of the last generation of the M-65, and it's in the universal camouflage pattern. And this was a huge debacle, this camouflage pattern. When it came, well, even when it came out about 2004 and lasted till 2014, where the Army finally took it out because it has an issue. It works great in like rocky quarry type things, but anywhere else you get a visual phenomena, I guess, which is the isoluminescence, in which the eye will see, if you I'll do close-ups too, but it's this digital camo. A lot of people call it digital camo too. There's a little digital camo, but from a distance, the eye, because we're made to see patterns and shapes, takes those and puts them into one unit. So you could actually see guys wearing this in the field as opposed to camouflage. It was actually, they're standing out. So it was very, not a great thing. But this is an M-65, and this is actually, do they even call it? No, they just call it the cold weather. So they don't call it an M-65 anymore, but it is an M-65, and they call it the universal pattern. And this was made by Golden Manufacturing, and I think I've had a couple Golden Manufacturing. They're a big manufacturer of M-65s, and this is one of theirs. And this one, actually, I didn't tell you the year. This is from 2006. So this is just a couple years after it came out. 2014 is when they got rid of it. Now, they still kept kind of this digital camo stuff going on, but they corrected it and they've changed it and things along that nature. So it's no longer like a drawn, organic look. It's a very digital, pixelated look on camouflage. And the U.S. wasn't the only one that did this. Many other countries did it. I don't know if the jacket is rare yet, just because it was so terrible that they just stopped doing it. But I know they have millions of these, like in warehouses and stuff like that, because the Army just said we can't use it anymore. I do know that they tried dyeing a lot of the equipment that was done in this. I don't think that clothing really much, but the packs and anything that wasn't actual clothing but was in this, they tried to dye it brown so they could at least use it. So it just gives you something. So it's kind of a rare jacket, I guess, in a way. It's new, but it's, again, it's only rare because it was so flawed. So this is it, and I'll do some close-ups. I'll put it up on, and I'll put it on, and you can see how it looks. Now, this is a large regular, and I'm usually a medium, so it might be a little big on me. Not that big. You can fudge on these a little bit. It has tons of Velcro on it. This is obviously the new. If you looked at my old videos, you can see what, like the original M-65s, and then the 70s, and then the 80s. This one, they've got these giant Velcro pieces here on the sleeves. You've got Velcro here for the name tag, here for the units, where the Velcro used to only exist on the cuffs and right here. That was the only place you had Velcro on these things, but this has Velcro everywhere. So it's a cool jacket. I mean, it's still an M-65. It's got the hood inside it and all that stuff. So that's still cool. So let me put it on. I'll do a little show for you, see how it looks on and how it looks, as a person wearing it. And then I'll put it on the hanger. We can do over the close-ups of the features of it. So let's check it out. So here it's on. You can see it's a little big. I mean, I totally could get by wearing this. I think an extra large would be way too big, but I really am a medium. But you can see it's a classic M-65. It's just in this grayish, greenish color, I guess. I guess there's no really green in it. It's kind of a beige, grayish color. but it fits just like any other M65 really. I mean, they haven't really changed the jacket itself. It's just the color. Well, they did change it with all the little extras, Velcros everywhere. But it's got, you know, the snap pockets here, snap pockets up here for your rations and that sort of thing, and then, you know, zipped. And it does have the plastic zipper, because in about 86, 87 is when that plastic zipper came out. I mean, of course, the main pull is metal, but all this is that nylon, plasticky stuff. And then it's, inside it's gray, like in the woodland or in the olive drab. Obviously, it's olive. So this is all gray. You think it's like maybe for the Navy almost, because it's gray. But this was across the board. This is what they had. And it has all the features. It has the... well, actually, no, it does not have all the features. It does not have the little pieces that come out. I guess maybe they got rid of that in this generation. This is a 2000, what did I tell you, 6? It does not have, it's got the buttons for the liners inside, but it doesn't have the little flap here that comes out to protect the hand a little bit. I just noticed that. So, yeah, there you go. So, it is a little different. They did update it just a little bit. Apparently, probably nobody used it, that little feature of the M65. It still has the drawstring on the inside and the hidden collar hood up here. All right, so here it is. Actually, I was wrong. There's actually a few things that are different from the classic M65. Again, this wasn't called the M65. It was called, here's your zipper there. It's just the YKK. Comes down. They call it, again, the cold weather field instead of the M65. So a few things are different on this jacket, I've noticed, in 2006. One, like I just mentioned when I was trying this on, the inside flap for the arms, or for the wrists, basically, front of the wrists, are gone. And also, epaulets are gone. Look at that. It's like a first generation. It still has the zipper here for the hood, and it has the flap here to do it up. It's got buttons too, so you know you can zip it and button it to get that extra protection. You can see here, this is that pattern, and you can really see it's so 8-bit digital. It really is. But this is it, and you can see it's this gray, and on the inside it's gray. And here you can see I'll do the. So it's the large regular. And you can see it's 2006, and it's golden. This is a 50 cotton, 50 nylon outshell. So they went with that this time. And the lining is a nylon cotton blend. And this is from Golden Manufacturing, which has been making M65s forever. But you can see it has the Velcro here. Huge panels of Velcro here. Huge panels here. I'm not quite sure why they're so giant, but they are. And then here. And then on the back, I'll show you that. It's kind of your standard M65. Again, I guess not technically an M65, I guess, since it didn't do it, and there are some changes. But, you know, it's got the zipper again. But this is that pattern that apparently, from a distance, looks solid and defeats the whole purpose of camouflage. But I guess they didn't test it. And what I've been reading on this cost $5 billion to come up with this. So that cost $5 billion, and it didn't work. Just a little something for you for your fun history. All right, so then on the inside again, no inside pockets. And they did away with the, they moved it up here, the care tag or whatever. Most M65s used to have it down here, but they've moved it into one piece up at the top. And here you can see these are the buttons for your liner, and along here for your liner if you wanted to. And then this button, which people have asked about, is actually for the hood, the optional hood that would go on that. It would button onto that. But that's what a 2006 universal camouflage pattern, which has been discontinued for obvious reasons, looks like. And if you're interested, this particular jacket is on eBay right now because it's too big for me. And I like the olive drab. So if you're interested, check it out. I'll have a link in my description that you can purchase this for your own collection or just wear it as an everyday. Well, there you go. This is a 2006 cold weather jacket, or AKA M-65. But obviously with a few changes from the M-65s that maybe you're used to from my previous videos. You can check those out and you can see the things that are missing, like here and here. And also the added giant Velcros. This is it. Universal pattern, or universal camouflage pattern. Kind of a cool thing. I mean, it's neat in the realm of your M65s. If you're going to collect these, you would definitely probably want to have one of these. It's just, I like the older ones myself with the all metal zippers, but that's just me. A lot of guys like the Woodlands, other guys like the more modern ones. It all depends on, you know, that's the great thing about collecting stuff, is everybody has something they like, something they don't like, and this could be something that you like. Maybe they didn't know about this, so now you do. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, feel free to subscribe, ask any questions down below or any comments. I love reading that stuff, especially about guys who still have their M65s, you know, that got them, you know, issued and they still have them and still in their closet. Although a lot of them have shrunk over the years, I've heard. So I don't know what about that, what that is, but I think I do. I'll see you on the next Derek Does, and thanks for watching.